Let's now go to advanced assessment of mental health disorders. Let's discuss pediatric and geriatric patients. When performing mental status assessment, focus the data collection to the developmentally appropriate. Adults and older adolescents are capable of participating in an interview with open-ended questions, but young children may be anxious and not have the language capabilities to answer many questions in a useful manner. To ease the anxiety of a young child, clinicians should maintain eye contact, place themselves at the child's body level, and maintain a therapeutic distance. It may be helpful to have an adult family member present throughout the assessment process to calm the child and observe family interactions. Young children are often not adept at identifying and verbalizing their feelings. Using a feelings of chart or poster can help children pinpoint their feelings. Also, allowing children to draw, color, or use figures to describe family interactions or roles is a technique that can improve assessment results. Age-related changes affect all physiologic systems, including central nervous system, neurotransmitters, vision, mobility, and hearing. Reduced hearing, for example, can be a barrier to obtaining accurate mental status information. Use of multiple medications for multiple disease states complicates assessment of mental status. Use of alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, herbals, and over-the-counter medications may also adversely affect mental status examination results. Older patients may lack knowledge of what the clinician is asking and feeling embarrassed to ask questions about their non-understanding. The clinician may normalize problems by queries such as stating, sometimes people have questions about blank. I wonder if you do. Approaching the elderly with an attitude of respect and dignity and not assuming all elderly persons have the same needs is a positive approach to performing the MSE. Geriatric patients may have a diagnosed psychiatric condition that can be assessed by geriatric depression scale, Hamilton rating scale for depression, Beck depression inventory, brief psychiatric rating scale, CAGE, MMSE, or quality of life scale. Direct questions about mood, suspicions, and fears can be incorporated during the assessment. The initial examination may also point to the need of referral to a social worker, clergy, or other mental health professionals. Always ask if any change in mental function, such as cognition, thinking, and memory, was sudden or gradual, and then assess if the patient may also be depressed. Personality does not normally change with aging, but existing personality traits may become more pronounced during aging. Paranoia exemplifies this trend, and the clinician must evaluate whether paranoia exists or there is a reason based in reality that someone is trying to inflict injury to the patient. Alzheimer's disease accounts for 35% to 50% of dementia cases, and it is present in 5% of persons 65 to 85-year-olds and 20% of persons older than 85 years. Thank you for your attention.